Hello, hello. My name is Josi. Welcome to my channel. And as you see, there's been a bit of a new name up at the top called ESP Playskool. And I'm really excited and honored to share this process with you of some free education and practices to support, well, us expanding our extrasensory perceptions. And why do I feel this is important at this time? Well, hopefully, oh, look, my dog's in the back. Say hello to Paco. You might sometimes hear him. You might sometimes see him. And I'll allow every once in a while when he wishes to kind of come in because he loves when I teach and connect with others with energy and about energy. Um, yeah, I'm very giddy right now. How are you feeling? How are you feeling amidst all this chaos? Because, oh, yes, yes. Why are we doing this? Well, hopefully, then we can navigate our world with further responsibility. We can discover how that there's so much going on right now, right? Okay, right. So let's take a moment. What are you bringing in today? I have some markers, I have some paper. You're welcome to doodle as I speak. You're welcome to kind of like draw outside the lines and not have to take copious amounts of notes in this process. You can let yourself have some water, make some tea. You could actually put around the kitchen. You could cook while you explore these processes with me. For unlike some of the mystery schools in the past, we're in different times. And to explore our minds, consciousness, energy, there is almost like an ask for immense creativity in that. For, okay, this is where I'm getting to, because we know in these times right now, there is, here's my little picture of someone. Maybe it's you, maybe it's me. Like just like right the top of their head. And how we're looking at all these different things online. Our media, the social media, the news, the propagandas, the brainwashes, all the things. Plus, we've also discovered that we enjoy connection, right? We enjoy actually connecting to others. We enjoy connecting. And so there's almost this energy that is being shared of that like not to feel bad about trying to fill your cup online right now, right? There's a way of us maybe moving and connecting beyond sometimes the borders we feel that are might feel outside of our doors, right? So but of course, with all that stuff, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of difficulty that we're being asked to be aware of, right? That a lot of times in the past, spiritual practices and processes might have felt like they were either, as I shared, like in mystery schools, or that they also, after a while then became uh, like that would take us away from the present is kind of what I'm receiving, like taking us away from the present, taking us, the new words came up like spiritual bypassing, right? Like trying to just like, let's just jump around, um, up here, up here, or over there, right? And forget that this beautiful mind of ours is wondrously connected, right? Connected to this like immense, beautiful thing called reality, this beautiful world. Oh, these waters and these trees. Sorry, I'm just drawing as I speak because sometimes it's a little bit easier for our minds to access different things that way, right? So we, in some of those practices prior, they would almost like share that, there was like something higher, there was something to, ascend to, something to like take us out of the present soup. But as we're hopefully discovering and uncovering in our processes and practices, most dear, with our most beloved ancestors, our most incredible guardianships and guides, caregivers and protectors in the many realms that we can explore within consciousness and within our minds and bodies and all the feels in our hearts. We have to bring in a heart into this picture. There we go. Added it in. that most and there's another heart coming up that wants to be shared too. So that then hopefully with all of that, we actually can be more embodied. We can allow what we are accessing to support further acting, like actions, doings, creations, all of those things. Okay. I don't want to get too far into like what we can do, because you can find out what you can do. Once you access these different ways of processing information, receiving further clarifications of things within the many different energies or, entities and beings and beloved light beings and all the things that we can connect with. Woo! So, and possibly, there is so much stuff, right? We've discovered that we have a left brain and a right. And we've shared and understood, even scientifically, that left brain is the one that like thinks, right? That like creates order. You hear my dog? Creates order and like, like all this stuff that we think might be is more like the mediocrity of life, or you know what I mean? But it's very important stuff to assist us in like categorizing and making lists and like refining and ensuring our bills are paid on time, and ensuring that like our bodies are washed and we're well fed, and the caretaker of our reality and our perceptions. How nice is that? So it's not that we are like giving the left brain a bad rap. Okay. The left brain has a lot of things to do and process. And then we discover and we hear about all these like wild things that the right brain can do, right? That almost like, so again, there's like no that one side is better than the other. It's just that when we are receiving all of these things to become aware of, or be continuously aware of, be continuously like understanding. But then we also know that our bodies need stuff within moderation. We need to find some type of harmonic equilibrium. We need to find some type of regulation, right? There's all this stuff about like being able so that we can still walk, being able that we can still move, being able that we can still do something and not be all like, oh, right? Unable to explore or move through our life. So, how are you doing? Do you have some water? My ancestors always check in. And so I promise I'll check in with you too to make sure you have some water. Maybe have a snack. Know that you can pause this video and come back. There is no necessity of like sitting and intensification process, right? With allowing the clairs, allowing our brains and our minds to expand in awareness, to expand in consciousness. We then think that we must like effort more. But as you know, the more stuff that we take in, right, we sometimes then like get headaches, get pain, need to close our eyes, need to take a moment, need a process to breathe for a second. And that doesn't mean that like you're incapable or that There's, you know what I mean? Like there's all these things of going, well, this person over there is capable of doing that. This person over there has a different capacity. It's more of like our capabilities are linked to our current capacity. And our current capacity in taking in new information, or what might seem as like a new bombardment of experiencings in. I can even feel it as I'm sharing that, right? Like it depends. It depends on the day, the time of day, like what you have done prior to receiving that information. And so a lot of these practices that I will share here and that I am sharing here as we explore this together, as you see, are to almost like let go of some of the ways that you have felt you needed to learn or educate yourself before. Can we let that go for a second and let yourself simply doodle and experience what comes up as I share these sounds out of my mouth that make words, and I share the energy that may come through it with my hands, and I share potentially also some ways to experience this in visual creativity too. So instead of us then taking this brain that is, we know that it helps us with so much stuff. It helps us live our life and feel like those responsible adults that we are. That instead of then going, well, I need more clarity, I need more gifts, I need to like hone more skills in order for me to understand or comprehend or find a solution to, like, figure out what to do amidst all the fuck ups and fuckery and gabbaloo that is going on, from the politics to all the things, to all the things. Hmm. So instead of trying to squeeze our brain and effort it even more with such rigidity and furiosity, that potentially we can release some of those efforts and discover with curiosity, discover with like, actually a little silly, a little what we may have put into the awareness of play, not work, play. This brings up a little teaching. Yay. So, in my studies of yoga, I was a very diligent student. And then from yoga, of course, I went further and studied different energetic practices. But there's a little teaching in yoga, right? That those, we have like a branch, like part of yoga is that diligent effort, right? That work in the mind, in the body that feels effortful. And then there's another branch that feels like appreciating the beauty, appreciating the wonder, the play, the creativity. And that we sometimes, just like our awareness of right, left brain, you know what I mean? That will sometimes kind of go plink, plink, like, like almost like this metronome in time that will just be like, okay, I'm going to like think now and then I'm going to play after, and I'm going to think now and play after. I'm going to do the diligent effort work that I need to do, and then I'm going to give myself some time to unwind. Back forth, this kind of metronome. And dependent on how we move through things, that might feel like a little stuck at times, maybe more just on the work side, or maybe just more on the play side, right? And but maybe then over time, those two kind of branches, we discover a way, or we uncover a way that they start to almost like synergistically come together. They synergistically come together. And so then that effort or that commitment, the responsibility in our practices that support us in navigating our world and continue allowing us to feel the confidence in acting and bringing forward new ideas to the table can potentially also be mixed with that all those right brain things, all the feels, all the wild, all those things. Even like I don't even want to name them. Like fill in the blank, fill in the blank. And you're welcome to share some of those things below. Okay, Paco. We're getting to the close of this first video where I'm promising small little sips, small little bits to let you kind of explore some things, okay? So this is the homework. This is the practice that you can take from this process. And I'll share kind of how to do that a bit. Is that when you feel like when you're receiving a piece of information, when you're looking at a piece of information, your social media feed or taking in something, right? Just start to be aware which area of my mind feels most active. Feels most active. And we're not gonna go into all the quadrants of the mind or like, all the like the little bits and places just yet. Just yet. This is like step one. Step one. Play fun. Play fun. That is just like, is it my left or my right? And probably we'll feel that it's our left. And just become aware of like where does it feel like there's like a lot of effort? Oh, like even my dog's kind of emphasizing that. Where do you feel like there's a lot of effort? Like that it's like really like that muscle of your mind is working hard. And maybe it's like up here, maybe it's over here, right? And so you just kind of find where that effort is and go, how then can I? And I'm just going to close the door. So that means kind of like also just to see if you can put the phone down or put the media down for a sec. Put the thing that you were reading down or the thing that you were listening. Become aware of the activity, just the activity in that space that you have like navigated as mind, as brain. Let yourself hear the sounds of your breath. Maybe even sometimes you might need to make the sounds a little louder, like my dog. Ha, hoo, babaloo. Just having fun with what needs to be expressed out in sound. It might just first be breath. Ho, babaloo, blue, ooh, whatever sounds come out. Almost like you're emitting that excess out. And then to see how that softens your brain. And as soon as your brain softens, you'll want, like, your brain will start to want to, like, look for more information, right? Because it will feel stimulated in that ease. And so instead of like kind of then pinging and darting, just like your eyes on a screen, see if you can just find the back of your brain. Just locate it, the backside. And feel as if that backside, now that you've like gone, oh, that's the back. See if you can just rest your head back. Lay it back as if you're resting it on a tree. Hmm. And then open your eyes and see what you wish to express. So it's now taking what's in your mind and just moving it onto the paper. Maybe just exploring what shapes you create, what comes out there. Hmm. enjoying even the sound of the marker to the paper, enjoying the sounds and the noise that might be in the background. And sometimes even allowing the sounds as you get more comfortable to come out of your mouth. Ah, that's what I created today. Just some things, just some things. Thank you so much for connecting with me. I look forward to exploring more creative spaces with you. May you just give some rubs to your head because I know this seems gentle, but gentle is deep. So even just bring your hands to the sides of your heads and give them a squeeze. Soften the jaw. And you might even then navigate and bring some movement. The head from one side to the other. Down and back up. Oh, there's the back of the head again. There's the front. There's the left side. And there's the right. Let me know what arises for you. You're welcome to share some comments below. We can keep in communication between videos. And until the next module, rest well. May you bring some ease, some softness, some creativity into your days. And trust then we can walk forward with more confidence and strength. Blessings to your clarity, blessings to your creativity. You're welcome to subscribe to know when more videos come up. I'm Josi. See you soon. Bye-bye. And stop.